Chuck Crosby Law Office. Tony has a problem with his condo association. Again, I told you folks, condos. Because of the amount of problems with decks in the condo complex, the association changed the rules and conditions, saying they will no longer be responsible for repairing or replacing decks. Tony, as you might expect, as well as others who live in this complex, are not happy with that decision. And he's wondering in this email that he wrote us, what are the steps in getting the condo association to reverse that decision and be responsible for repairing or replacing decks? Chuck.
Well, the first thing I'd look at is the rules, regulations, and what are they able to do in regards to amending these things.
Mm.
Because if they didn't go through and make that change correctly, well, then they're still responsible for it. Okay, and there are some condos that can do that easily, and there are some that may not necessarily be so easily done. That'd be the first thing I'd look at. The second thing, if they've absolutely made that decision and they made it properly, my bet is there's not a whole lot you can do to make them change their minds. If they did it and they're not going to change their minds and they did it improperly, well, again, that's why God created lawyers and courts to get involved. But failing all that, the folks who make the changes are elected. It's just like in our country. You don't like the way it's going, get your people elected. I'm betting that if he's upset about this, he's not the only one.
Mhm.
And in that case, you just find out what it takes to have a quorum and get that group together.
That's the answer that I was going to go for as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Get
You
get the
change the leadership.
get the existing board out of there and get a new one in that is more favorable with what you're hoping to get changed.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
always the easiest way to do it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Most condo associations will have an attorney who represents them as to how to operate. So they're not going to, run afoul of changing the rules too easily. Although I've got to tell you, I've seen some that have done that. Some that, I mean, just straight up violated the law and they made the change and they weren't going to go back. And it's like, okay, guys, look, you can either make the change or I'm going to let, the Commission for Human Rights and a few other places know what you're doing. And then, the people who are aggrieved aren't going to have to spend any money to get the CHR on you. I mean, it just,
Yeah.
you just never know. But I'd always look at the rules first and then start canvassing the neighborhood for a vote.
And for people who are in your camp and then
Hmm.
campaign
Yeah.
to get them
Well,
elected.
yeah.
Right.
And I've got to think that they aren't going to go to all the trouble to make the change
Mhm.
if there isn't a lot of this particular problem arising. And if that's the case, well, it may be enough people to get involved.
We move on, and a quick reminder that if you'd like to see some of the videos that we produce, and we do a lot of videos, we simply tell you there's a simple way to do that. Go to LouisvilleHomesTV.com. That's LouisvilleHomesTV.com. There's a lot of our videos there.